welcome back to another Jazz Drummer Q-tip of the week. No green tea, which means we're working out today. We are going to be hitting the skins, and we're hitting them hard and fast. As you can see, I'm already worked up. I'm sweating a little bit. Today's lesson is all about playing fast, specifically soloing at a fast speed or tempo. Many of you might have seen my reaction video to Louis Hayes playing with Cannonball Adderley playing Bohemia After Dark. And that tempo was really fast. So this is a follow-up to that reaction video because I want to break some of those concepts down and give you kind of a strategy of handling up tempos. So in this lesson, we're just going to be using single strokes, paradiddles, paradiddle-diddles, and double paradiddles, okay? And it's all about putting them together. But first, I want to make sure we review so that we're on the same page because some of you guys might not know what these rudiments are. I want to make sure you know, okay? So the first one, of course, is the most basic and most important, which is your single stroke. Right? I'm sure you got that one. Okay, and you want to make sure you're working on your single stroke every day because that is the foundation of everything we play. Okay, then we got the paradiddle, and if you notice, I'm playing it with accents. I'm really trying to exaggerate the accents. Oh, got a little molar happening in my elbow, right, in my left hand especially. It helps me bring out the accents a bit more, right? Okay, and then we got the paradiddle-diddle. So this one does not change hands, therefore you have to change hands on your own. Lead hands, that is. All right? Okay, so that's the left hand lead and then right hand lead. Okay, and then the final one that we're going to be using today is the double paradiddle. All right? And with all of these, it's not about speed, although actually it is today because we're going to be playing fast. So before trying to apply it to an actual tempo in context of soloing, you want to make sure you isolate these rudiments by themselves and gradually speed the tempo up, okay? But I'm assuming you're there already, and now we're going to put them together. Ideally, you're at a drum kit and we can actually work out together. This is a workout lesson, okay? We're workout buddies today, all right? So Q says and you do it, all right? But if you can't be at a drum set, then pull out the drum pad, second best, and just kind of act like you're playing a bass drum and hi-hat in your feet. Okay, so just follow me, follow along, and again, we're not too concerned with speed right now. I just want to get used to putting these rudiments together. So we'll go a little faster than that. And we're going to play eighth notes in single strokes to start with. 1, 2, 1 and 2, and ready and play. Nice and even. Nice and even. Now we're going to go to paradiddles. 1, 2, 3, and bring those accents out. Bring those accents out. Bring those accents out. Now we're going to go to paradiddle-diddles. And, right? Paradiddle-diddle, 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 paradiddle-diddle. So this one's interesting because it doesn't, as I said earlier, it doesn't switch lead hands. Therefore, we have to switch it. So we're going to play 2 paradiddle-diddles and then 1 paradiddle, right? Kind of like a half a paradiddle. Just one hand so that it switches to the left hand. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll play it by myself first. Paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, and then paradiddle. Now we're at the left hand. Paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle. And then we're back. Okay? So now we're going to do it in time. 1, 2, 1 and 2, and ready and play. Paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. A little faster. And bring those accents out. All right? Oh, and stop. Okay,
So that works nicely together. Paradiddle-diddle and then a paradiddle. All right, now we're going to do double paradiddles, and this one's similar to paradiddle-diddles. We're going to play 2 double paradiddles and then a paradiddle, and I'll demonstrate. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. You got it? Let's do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A little faster. Wow. I messed up the end, but you got it. I think you got it. Okay, so you get the idea. We're putting these rudiments together. All right, so now it's all about trying to create a flow with these rudiments and freely go in between them to create an improvised solo, right? And that's exactly what you heard Mr. Hayes. If you didn't check that video out, by the way, you got to check that out and then come back to this video, and this will make more sense. So now I'm going to demonstrate at a slow tempo what it's like to put them all together and just freely improvise off of all of them, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, All right. You got it? Did you get it? I want you to do the same thing. Just improvise based off of those 4 rudiments and see how well you can do and how comfortable you are. And it's all about staying organized, keeping your hands from getting all tangled up, and making sure you know where you are in the time and in the form and in the beat. Okay? So now we're going to do the same thing but faster. 1, 2, All right. So I'm starting to create longer phrases. You can create 2-measure phrases, 4-measure phrases, or 8-measure phrases, or even 16-measure phrases, right? A lot of jazz standards are based on, a lot of the forms of jazz standards are based on 8-measure sections. That's why it's essential to get used to creating 8-measure phrases, okay? So I'm going to do that again. I want to see if you can hear the 8-measure phrase that I create. 1, 2, You hear it? Right? Do it again. 1, 2, Okay? So that's essentially the concept, and it's just a matter of playing it faster. Obviously, there's a lot of jazz language, and there's a few really cool jazz phrases that you should also know that you can hear Mr. Hayes using. And one of them is a classic Max Roach phrase, right? And it's just paradiddles, right? And if you have my Jazz Bebop Phrase ebook, then you'll know that phrase quite well. I think it's number 4 on there. It's one of my favorites. I'll make sure the link is down below for you to check that out if you're interested. But it's just paradiddles. It's just a matter of orchestrating it around. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, Right? That sounds pretty cool, right? Okay. So another one he plays is just single strokes, right? And it's just the accents that make it sound cool. So at tempo, that sounds like this. 1, 2, It's all single strokes, alternating single strokes. It's just about where you put the accents, okay? And then another one that you heard that you might hear Louis Hayes play using in that specific solo is the double paradiddle, right? So right? Double paradiddle. That's it, right? So it might sound like this. 1, 2, ooh, ooh, ooh. You see? Now it starts to sound more melodic, and it starts to sound more like jazz, bebop phrasing and language. But it's based off of rudiments. So I hope that helps you. And the main thing is that you're practicing at this tempo every day. So now I'm going to put the concepts together, okay? So rudiments, right? Those 4 rudiments. And I believe those were 3 bebop phrases that I showed you that Mr. Hayes was using, okay? And we're just going to see what happens if I use just those 4 rudiments and those phrases. Here we go. 1, 2, I fumbled the last part. Catch it? Did you see? Did you hear all the different rudiments and how I was using them? And also how I was creating longer phrases. That's really key. And I think in that solo, many of you listened to it and probably got off with the form and the phrasing because he was creating long phrases. But ultimately, he was absolutely adhering to the form. Something I love about diddles is that you can play really fast and not have the fastest hands. Take it from one who knows. My hands are not the fastest. And yet, because I've worked on diddles a lot and tried to really put them all together, my hands are fairly organized, right? And I have fairly good control over them. Therefore, I can create melodies and I can create solos that are cohesive and connected and are clean and clear using rudiments and using jazz language. So I strongly encourage you to work on these rudiments separately, but then put them together in context and work on improvising using them, and you'll be able to play as fast, if not faster than me. Certainly faster than me. Maybe faster than Louis Hayes, but probably not. That's pretty fast. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know what to do. Practice hard, but practice smart. Take care. Bye-bye.